turning any nail design into a ring by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can turn any nail art design into a ring. So this is a ring that somebody had purchased from me, and so I took and you just change it from a nail to a ring. You can also make your nails into earrings or into a necklace just by doing the same basic thing but changing what it is you're attaching to your ring. So for this one I'll show you how to actually move the wire or bend the wire to make the ring base, and I will show you how to attach it to the ring because it's not quite as easy as just gluing the wire to the nail, because the nail has that curve and because the ring doesn't necessarily sit straight on your finger. I don't know if this makes sense, but because of the way you twist the wire, it kind of sits, it kind of like curls around your nail or your finger at a little bit of an angle. So anyways, I'll just go through all of that, and I'll also show you how you can change a color in a design after it's done. So these things are really fun to do. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it helps you out, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well. So first I'm going to be wrapping the wire that I'm using for the ring around my little ring sizer thing. If you don't have one of these, anything that's round that's the right size will work, so you can test how big around it is to make sure it's the right size by fitting a ring that fits you around it and then just finding it. I've used polish petals in the past, but there's a lot of things that you can find. So I'm going to be twisting my wire, and I'm using, first I just use my fingers, but then I'm using a little wire jewelry tool, and I'm going to be fitting it back on there. And as you twist it, especially if you take it off like I did, you may find that you over twisted it a little bit and it's not going to fit back where you wanted it to. So you just have to untwist it some and then put it back. But make sure it's got a really nice twist on it, because that's what's going to give it some strength and some stability. And then I'm just going to twist it a couple more times once it's on there again. It gets a little bit harder as the wire gets shorter. And then bend it down so it's nice and flat. Now it's hard to get it flat enough on the ring sizer, so take it off again and bend it a little more. You want it to be over 90 degrees because the way it sits, it kind of like sits back on the finger and then goes forward. So it has to be, it can't just be straight across. It's got to be a little bit better than straight across. So as you can see, that now fits really well on my little size 8 spot on my ring sizer. And then I'm going to take, since it's good, I'm going to take and trim off the little extra bit of wire there. Fit it on once more. An 8's a little bit big for my fingers. I'm usually like a 6, so it's a little bit loose, but then figure out how it goes on your finger. So as you can see, like I was mentioning, the wires don't line up straight across. So if you try to make it straight across on the finger, on the nail straight across compared to how the wire goes, it's not going to fit right. So then place that on, glue it, and stick it on there. Plus, you don't know at what point on the nail to glue it unless it's on. So I always recommend gluing them on a finger. After that nail glue sets enough that you can take it off, it shouldn't take all of that long, but make sure that it is stable enough that you can remove the ring. Then secure this with some clear acrylic. Nail glue is not going to hold this it's not going to last. If you don't have some clear acrylic or some builder gel or something that's holding that wire to the nail, it's just going to pop off the instant you put a jacket on or a sweater on. It's not going to last. So make sure that you very generously coat the underside of your ring here. And the other good thing is you might be thinking, well, this is going to sit really far up on the nail or on my hand, because you've got the thickness of the nail plus the thickness of the wire, because it's all that twisting, it's pretty thick. It doesn't really do that because you've got, the nail has that curve in it, that curvature, the C curve. And so the wire fits into that. So it actually fits pretty flush. And if you are worried about that, you can always use a thinner wire. I like using, I'd have to look, I don't know what gauge this is, but this is the biggest gauge jewelry wire that they have at Michael's where I buy it. And it fits really well, and it's just, it feels comfortable on a finger. It's not going to bend out of shape. It's going to hold its shape. So I always use the biggest one. But if you are concerned about it being too thick, or if you just want it to be smaller in general, you could use a finer gauge wire. So I also added just a little bit of acrylic over on this particular nail. I added a little bit of clear acrylic over the edge of where the leaf comes out, over the edge just a little bit to add some strength there, and under the beetle. So any nail that you have that's a little bit more delicate, because you do things with your hands all the time, and you don't want this to last maybe 2 weeks like just a nail would need to. You want it to last longer than that. You want to add some more clear acrylic to give it some strength. So just kind of fill in any gaps that you can. So it's the same with even make flowers. If you're doing one that's got flowers on it, just kind of fill in anywhere you can to add some strength. Now the other thing I'm going to be showing you is because on this ring, actually I sold this ring, so that's why I'm making it for you, or why I was working on this one. It was requested that it be blue instead of that fuchsia color, so I'm going to be repainting the back of the beetle. So I started by just applying a layer of black gel, and then applying a layer of no wipe top coat. If you want to do really thin layers of this because you don't want to fill in the little indent in the beetle's back. And then I'm going to take a duochrome pigment. This one is blue, and I'm going to be burnishing that into the top coat. And so it's the same process. I just thought I'd show you how you can change that up as well. So you can do this on anything. If you want to go back through and just sort of change the color, just paint over the top of it. And so yeah, you can kind of go back through and redo some designs if you'd like to after you'd get them done and switch things up. It's not an issue at all to make these little adjustments like that. So there's the blue on there. After you have your blue back on, you're going to need to add another layer of either gel sealer. I would go with gel sealer when you're doing this. It doesn't work for putting the powders on it, but it does work for just making it shiny. Gel sealer is thinner than gel top coat is, and it cures a little bit harder. So it works really well for making that last layer on there. And then that's it, and that's how you can pretty much do anything. You could put an earring back on there to do it for earrings and switch it up. So I hope this helped, and comment with any questions, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.